Hey Canucks fans, welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary, late night edition. It's late night, Thursday night, March the 28th. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. The Canucks defeated the visiting Los Angeles Kings 3-2 in a shootout, a very exciting game. The Canucks are still mathematically in the playoff race, but no one's talking about that anymore because everyone is talking about Quinn Hughes, and I'm going to do so as well. Full disclaimer, I was not at the game. Those of you who follow me on Twitter or on my YouTube channel know that I'm in Vegas right now with my family. Wasn't able to watch the game because, you know, I was watching my cousin bowl, and then we watched Michael Jackson's Cirque du Soleil show, outstanding show, but I was able to keep tabs on the game because of you fine folks on Twitter and on YouTube keeping me, you know, in the loop, especially those of you tweeting me messages and highlights and whatever it may be. So I'm gonna recap this game as well as I can, admittedly not having seen any of it, seen enough highlights though of the overtime, of Quinn Hughes' assist, of the shootout, so I think I can comment enough based on what I've seen and what people have told me. And I pride myself in being able to comment, especially on the games that I'm at, you know, at Rogers Arena as a season ticket holder, with feeling the vibe, noticing things on the ice that maybe you can't pick up on TV, or people that, you know, might not notice. But tonight I'm going blind a little bit, only from highlights and from messages from you guys. Quinn Hughes, what an awesome debut. It sounds like every time we touched the puck, people got excited. And that's because people have been anticipating his debut ever since we drafted him in June, and especially in the past 2 weeks since he came to Vancouver, had to work through his injury, but alas, he made his debut tonight and he did not disappoint. I saw the highlights of his assist. He takes the puck down the right side, goes behind the net, banks the puck off the net, back of the net to himself, dekes out Trevor Lewis, 11-year veteran Trevor Lewis, comes out the other same side, puts a shot on Quick as Quick's falling. Brock Besser's able to put the puck over Quick. That was actually the go-ahead goal, 2-1, and that was Quinn Hughes' first assist, first NHL point. Really, really exciting moment, and all made possible because of his outstanding vision, setting up that play, setting up that goal by Besser. Then apparently he played very well throughout the game. He really, as I anticipated, really clean zone exits, really clean zone entries. And then I saw the shift that everyone's been talking about, that 30 or 40 seconds of dominance in overtime. And that was Quinn Hughes taking the puck down the left side off a pass from Pettersson, circling the net. Then he did a beautiful, actually, backhand pass. I don't think Pettersson was ready for it. If Pettersson was ready for it, it was actually a really, really good pass. Just missed Pettersson by about a foot or so. But if Pettersson was anticipating that, he had an empty net because Quinn Hughes had, as he always does, as what I can see from the highlights, he was drawing everyone's attention, everyone's eyes of the Kings to him, and he put it right through the slot, and then Pettersson just missed it. Still, they maintained possession, went from Pettersson to Besser to Hughes to Pettersson to Hughes to Besser, whatever it may be. Another foray around the net. Quinn Hughes, actually just before he got to around the net, let off a kind of half shot, half pass that Besser just missed. Then it got back to Hughes again. Then he goes around the net again. Quick falls, comes around the close side. All three Kings come to that side because covering the net where the Quick is now left. Gives it to Pettersson. Pettersson could have shot, but he would have had to try and get through three Kings players. Gets it across the slot to Besser. Besser doesn't have any Kings skaters to contend with, but he tries to beat Quick. Quick makes an outstanding save, and then they clear the puck. But that was 35, 40 seconds of dominance of three outstanding skaters, three very creative, brilliant minds. And I love what John Shordell said on the broadcast. He says, Canucks fans, you know, I think he said something like, enjoy this glimpse of the future. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And of course, you know, they didn't score in overtime. They had to kill off the penalty. And then in the shootout, Thatcher Demko, another young player, who I'll talk about in a sec, he comes up big, makes four straight stops. And it was really cool to see who the Canucks rode out. They rode out Pettersson, stopped. Quinn Hughes, unfortunately, stopped. Not the best shot I've ever seen, but he'll get there. Brock Besser stopped. And then Tanner Pearson, another great storyline. The former King. Yes, he had a quick stop in Pittsburgh since leaving LA, but the former King beats Jonathan Quick, glove hand, trickles through, and then Demko makes a big save, or actually I think the skater missed for the Kings, and the Canucks win 3-2. So overall, some really, really cool storylines. Obviously, the debut of Quinn Hughes, his first assist, and that magical overtime shift. You have Thatcher Demko earning a good victory, a hard-fought victory. He faced a lot of shots. I think it was 38 or 39 shots that he faced, stopping all of them except for 2 of them. Then you have the young guys, Pettersson, Besser, Horvat, and Hughes. All 4 of them are big 4 now. I've been talking about the big 3 all season. One of the first to use that term, the big 3 of Horvat, Besser, and Pettersson. Add Quinn Hughes in there. Our big 4 now, all of them got points, and as we go forward, especially next season, we're going to need all of them to score points quite regularly. So put the big 4, you put Thatcher Demko in there with a great game. You put Tanner Pearson scoring the game winner via the shootout. You have the return of Ben Hutton, Troy Stetcher playing well as well, and of course Alex Edler scoring his goal, is the first Canucks goal of the game on the power play. That was his 94th career goal as a Canuck, puts him all time as the most goals by a Canucks defenseman ahead of Matthias Olin, and now Edler has the records for Canucks defensemen for goals, for points, and for power play points. I guess the only one he doesn't have right now is assists. So a lot of great storylines. Quinn Hughes, 15.5 minutes of ice time, buoyed a little bit by overtime, but not really, just that one shift, I think. That's what people have been telling me. So you had the least amount of ice time among the 6 defensemen, of course, 15.5 minutes, whereas you had Edler playing 25, 26, Stetcher, Hutton. But that'll go up 15 minutes, 15.5 minutes. Not a bad debut for Quinn Hughes. 1 assist, 2 shots on goal, and looking very comfortable in his first game. I'm excited. I know you guys are. And let's call it the big 4 now. Pettersson, Besser, Horvat, and Quinn Hughes. Unfortunately, I won't be able to see him play live at the end of the season. So obviously tonight's tickets can't go, still here on Sunday, and then can't go on Tuesday anymore. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with those tickets. But can't wait to see him, throughout the summer, and of course, when the Canucks lace up and get ready for a bigger and better season next season. Well, hey, Canucks fans, we got a lot to talk about, a lot to digest. I'm going to watch this whole game when I return home on the weekend, but for now, I'm going to have to stick to the highlights that I can find on, on the internet and go from what you guys tell me. But a lot of good storylines. The debut of Quinn Hughes, Tanner Pearson scoring, Thatcher Demko having a great game, Alex Edler, most goals by Canucks defenseman. A lot of things that we can talk about. We'd love to read your comments below. So make sure you leave a comment. I'd love to read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, and once again, for those of you on Twitter, thanks for keeping me in the loop all night. I try not to check my phone during the show, but I was able to put in a quick tweet just as the show was starting at 9:30, and I just said, could it be that we see Hughes, Pettersson, and Besser together in overtime? And obviously the answer was a resounding yes. Have a great night, God bless, and go Canucks go.